Hi guys, I am going to show you guys how to make chicken pot pie like we do. We use biscuits. Oh my goodness, my hair's sticking straight out of my head. Anyway, and so I'm going to start with the first video is going to be the biscuits recipe that we use. You can buy refrigerator biscuits. You can do however you like. We like a little bit thicker, or like a box of Jiffy or Bisquick, whatever you work. I'm making homemade biscuits. So the recipe makes a lot, so I'm going to cut it in half. So the first thing we're going to start with is 2 cups of flour. And then obviously you're going to need more later when you go to roll them out so they don't stick to your counter. And 2 tablespoons of baking powder, so 1 tablespoon of baking powder. And a teaspoon of baking soda, so half a teaspoon. Please ignore my children, they are very loud. Okay. And then I'm gonna kind of whisk that around. And then it says 3 sticks of butter. So obviously we'll do a 1.5 sticks. Not quite hard. And it calls for salted, so I know some recipes do not. So let's see if I can. Put these back in here. These don't put in my dirty fridge. I think everyone wants to cooperate. So then you're going to go ahead and cut that butter in, which takes me a while, and so I cut it into the butter into smaller chunks when I put it in there instead of the whole stick, so it's easier for me to cut with my pastry cutter. This is a pastry cutter if you don't know. And if you don't have one, it's really difficult. So if you're going to do that, I highly recommend getting one of these. Otherwise, you're going to have quite the process. And what you're going to do is just keep cutting this butter into the flour until you kind of have like a pea-size crumbles. This usually takes me a few minutes. We love buttermilk biscuits at our house. The children like to eat them with jelly, or Tucker's favorite is peanut butter on them, which makes them really stick to your mouth, because they kind of stick to your mouth anyway when they're done, but I think as many times as I've made this biscuit recipe, I'd have it memorized, but I do not. Figured this would be a great, cool, rainy night comfort food meal. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for this cold of weather, but what it is. So it should kind of look like little crumbles. And then you're going to add, so it calls for 2 large eggs, so we'll make 1 large egg. As everything falls falls out of my refrigerator. And then 1.5 cups of buttermilk, so we'll do 3/4 of a cup. Okay, we got it. It's the 17th. And I'll do 3/4 of a cup. Handy dandy wooden spoon and mix. Probably would be better if you wanted to actually take and mix or beat the egg before you put it in there. I am not one to take and yeah, make more messes. For some reason, I either put way too much flour in or not enough buttermilk. So we're gonna add some buttermilk. Like, I'm rereading the thing, and I'm like, I don't think I read that wrong, but I must have. Because it should be, I mean, it's going to be sticky, obviously, but it actually has to come together. These are a workout to stir. And then it does say if you want to, like, if you're just making the biscuits, brush them with some buttermilk so they like get that nice golden brown color. Being that I'm going to put them on my chicken pot pie, I'm not overly concerned about that. So, I don't even worry about it. Okay, this is the fun part. Should have taken all this stuff off. I hate things in my rings and in my watch. So, then you're gonna just take and sprinkle out some flour on your counter, so that the biscuits don't stick. And then you're gonna plop it, just sticky mess down on it. Boop. Okay. Just a little on top so it don't stick to my hands so badly. I don't like, it's one thing I hate about doing biscuits and things like that. I hate getting stuck in my fingernails and all over my hands. And so then you're just kind of knead it out a little until it gets a little less sticky, and then you're just gonna punch it out. No need for a roller. I kind of try to keep it around, I don't know, maybe 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. And I can show you guys here in a minute. Touch my phone. So it should look something like that. And then I'm just gonna sit and cut out biscuits. And I always get them ready in advance because then I don't have to worry about it. So I just lay them on a plate until we need them. The best part is usually I have leftovers so that the boys can eat a plain biscuit also, because they enjoy those with jelly and peanut butter. And now that I got them all cut, obviously do it again. These are great. Like I said, if you don't mind taking the time to make biscuits, these are really, really good biscuits. Like, I could eat them without putting anything on them. They're that good. So, and for the pot pie, let's see, 3, 6, you need about anywhere from 9 to 12, depending on how big your pan is. So, I can't remember. It's been a while since I made it because it's been hot, so we don't usually eat chicken pot pie when it's hot. It's not a go-to. So, I don't remember how many I actually put on. And then the last one, instead of always cutting it, it's just enough of a tiny little biscuit. I just pound it out and make it look like a circle as best I can. And that is how you make homemade buttermilk biscuits. And it only took us, what, 10 minutes? So, I highly recommend it. I will post recipes on there when I am done. And I will see you guys in a little bit for the chicken pot pie.